Welcome to the annual Suffer Games, in which 12 heroes battle to the death and you end up with the one you didn't want. Great! My name's Elderly and I'm ready for any color sharing fiasco the game has to offer me. I decided to spend a few orbs on the mythic Ashera banner. Not too many, because my Astro teams are kinda fine for the moment. I would of course love to have Ashera. I also have a really cool team concept for actually playing her in my mind. But let's see first how this goes. What I really want though is Triandra, who has been avoiding me for the past banners, and having that mythic dancer is just such a huge benefit in building a well-working AR defense. As my second priority, I want the Dew on green, only for the save skill to be fair, and Corrin on colorless, who I have at +7 at the moment. I'd rather not get any Freyas to be honest though. It wouldn't be the worst pick for sure. I'm just not running her in any team out of a bonus week. And as for Claude, sorry Stans, I am barely ever using his Brave version, and this one is even locked to Earth season. So let's just hope he'll keep avoiding me like his Brave version does. I do hope for a surprise Peony. If there were someone better than Ronan as the last unit on blue, I would have even went in there. But Swift stands free? No thank you. And with this I kinda already answered the question. So let's keep that in mind if I find myself not wanting to summon anymore. The Q&A summoning bingo is again on the right, so for every checked tile, I will answer one of your questions. So many thanks for all of you sending me such great ones. I really appreciate it, and I hope I will be able to answer as many as possible. If I hit 3 tiles in a row, or if I hit the Super Bingo tile, which is pulling a Peony without pulling glue, I will have to fulfill the luck penalty. I have also made a poll on this, and you guys want me to mispronounce every character up to the next 5-star. So same as kinda every video I do. Oh god. I'll try my best if it comes to that. So let's see how it goes. At the end I will of course as always make my expectation check, and I will also talk a bit about the upcoming legendary and mythic banners. So it's definitely worth staying around. Summoning has been a bit strange for me lately, mostly because I'm really annoyed by the 3 and 4-star pool by now. After finishing Raisin, I didn't start a new merging project. Not because I don't pull the heroes I like, I even got quite a few copies of all the new emotes, but none of them really interested me. I don't know if I just have seen enough in heroes already and therefore didn't find anything sparking my interest anymore, or if it were just the wrong units. I don't know, something always felt odd. I've merged up a +10 Tedis without building her just because I was in danger of capping out my feathers, and I'm going to do the same thing with Bowie and Python once I hit the 900k mark again. Oh wow, it's near safe. I mean they do. This was fast. Not that I'm complaining.
The people of Duscur are despised in Fodlan.
Like, you expect there would be a but after that. But he just leaves us hanging. With this I actually already checked 2 of my bingo tiles, a 5-star at an 8% rate proving that increased rates mean nothing, and my first 5-star under the average cost of 50 orbs. Amazing! So let's hop into the questions right away. The first one comes from Rhythm Ribbon, asking me who is my favorite non-meta character. So, to be very honest, there are not many non-meta characters I play and enjoy, mostly because I want to be efficient and fair, as lame as it sounds. Therefore my closest answer to the question is probably Maribel, who I still use in the Let the Useless Asker trio kill the guarantee or battle unit quests, and also in heroic ordeal maps. I've played Razzle Dazzle gravity healers ever since they were a thing, starting with Jenny and then Maribel when she was released. I never pulled a second copy of her, mostly because she was literally on no banner and totally outdated when she was rerun for the first time. But I actually used her exclusively in the first months of Ether raids, when we still had enemy teams of only 4 units, and she was also a part of my Anima defense till we had the book 5 changes. Oh wow! It's Claude! Like the only unit I didn't want to show up.
I want to know more about you. Not in a creepy way, I just find you intriguing.
Is it because I was talking about gravity healers and he's like, play me, I'm the next generation of gravity? Well, maybe I should give him a try during the next Earth season. Let's see. The second question comes from Leo, and then there's a G and an H. Why do you do that to me? You know I can't pronounce names. This luck penalty will be great. Please feel appreciated. Do you and waifu have any pets? We do. We have 2 Somali cats who are really beautiful to look at, but in terms of behavior, well, they are cats. The fat one's called Fuchs, which is the German word for fox, and the little one's called Bambi, because I actually thought Bambi is the accurate name of a fawn. That's what Disney does to us. Our kids love them to death, and in terms of their current physical abilities, the cats might really die during the process. If we don't talk about it, Arthur, he wasn't there, right? Mom, can I have a Shara? Mom, we have a Shara at home. A Shara at home. She even wears a kinda similar dress with the feathers and stuff. Amazing. With that, we do unlock our next question though, so let's continue right away. So the next one comes from... Why? Why do you do that to me? I don't even want to try saying that name. Please feel appreciated. Who do you think deserves a weapon refine? Like, who doesn't? Apart from those who have a text box filling the whole screen. So I actually want to answer this question in a different way and say Null and everyone who faced the same fate as him. For those who are not aware, Null is a Dark Mage from FE8 and one of only 2 units that could use the kinda legendary Dark Tome Gleipnir. Name sounds familiar? It's because they have given that tome to Erika and Fee. So, I mean, it's not like I have anything against Erika wielding that tome. I for sure didn't use Null in FE8 either and would have given this tome to anybody if I could have. But the thing which bugs me in Fee is, they release him as a red tome and give him Blafox Plus. Like, why? You've done all the animations and stuff like that already, so just give him the goddamn same weapon as Erika. There is no harm in that. I never bothered about Elwood and Roy wielding the same Blazing Durandal. I never bothered about BK and Selgius both wielding Elondite, though they are different characters. He's a different movement type with different stats. Just give him that thing and spare yourself of coming up with an underwhelming weapon refine in the future. And this goes for anyone else who was stripped of their signature weapon just because a 5-star unit was already wielding it. Hello Dedu! Why are you back already? Like, I'm surely not arguing about that. I could spam both seasons with save ball teams now if I had any useful armor units. But...
I have cooked you a meal. Please, eat as much as you'd like.
I was kinda hoping for the little fairy. And look at that! A full summoning circle! Doesn't this scream a Shara? Let's hope for the best. The next question comes from Chiku. See what I did there? Asking me about my dream Choose Your Legends banner. So that's indeed an amazing question, and I already gave it a bit of thought after I heard PM1 answering that question. So, instead of just picking my favorite units, which would be a very biased and totally uncommercial banner, I would actually love to pick characters with a lot of story relevance, who have no real chance of getting legendary or mythic alts though. So, for the male division, I would like to pick Ferdinand van Ayer. Just a joke. Though I would probably simp for him. I would actually pick Ranulf from FE9. I would make him wear either Kynege's outfit, which is basically a cool robe in the Middle East style, Or if that implies killing his own king, then maybe also more a fire-type version like his nephew Screamioverse. As my second pick, I'd choose Levin, one of my favorite FE4 characters. I do still hope for a Fallen alt next year, but his Brave version should probably more relate to Seliph and his mentoring position. Not too sure about what outfit he would wear, as I'm not that familiar with the FE4 fashion. They would probably have to come up with something new anyways, seeing how old this game is. Honorable mentions are Leon from FE8 and Takumi from FE14, but both of them might actually be contenders for legendary heroes once they run out of other options. Not included is Soph, who I simply don't like. And I also don't get a Shara in the circle, too bad. For the females, I'll pick Flayn from Three Houses, dressed kinda like Saint Zephlin, for no real reason. Just because I think it would be kind of funny, I guess. And she could change into a dragon, just because... I don't know. Just because there hasn't been a single Choose Your Legends dragon so far. And then I would actually pick Loki from Feh itself. I think Loki is a very interesting character, and I do hope that we will discover much more from her in the future. Ayaz has a real chance of building up a super interesting character there. As for the outfit, as she's the master of disguise, I would actually like her to have an outfit resembling the Asuka fashion. Maybe in a naughty Henriette kind of way, questioning her loyalty to them, if there is any to begin with. Honorable mentions are Lindsay and Ninian, but I do think that both of them have very real chances of getting legendary alts quite soon. And another full circle. Look at all those green orbs. This one has to have something, right? I'm at 9.5% after all. I started amazing and it's getting worse from hero to hero, which totally indicates that I should stop. Is it just my imagination or have I pulled tons of forest on this banner? How? How is this within the possibilities of summoning? I literally tried summoning his Brave version with every ticket we ever got on the Choose Your Legends 4 banner. And we got many of them. And you didn't show up even once. So why do you feel like you have to show up now?
A good general doesn't count on luck to win the day.
Oh, now you're even mocking me, huh? A good general doesn't depend on luck? Go fuck yourself. I wanna see you summon on legendary banners. The next question comes from Christian, asking me if I could create one harmonic unit, what would the theme be and who would the units be? So, first of all, I very much like your idea of Ninja Kamui and Sairi, though I don't think we'll get another ninja banner. I think they will treat the ninja banner and also the pirate banner like the picnic or bath banners we got before. My pick would actually be a duo of Marianne and Rinea on the Valentine's banner, which has famously always featured dead Fire Emblem dads. I would be fine with you being dead, Arthur. I mean, come on. Adopted, are we, Marianne? So Marianne could talk about how she always wanted to meet her mother, and Rinea could say stuff like, when Marianne's mother could see her right now, she would surely be proud of her. At least that's what Rinea would feel like in her situation. And everyone would be like, "Aww, don't you see it? She's standing right in front of you." Kinda-ish. And their title would be Braided Memories. I sound like 80 years old right now, right? Yes, I'm kinda classy. And I, for example, would have never approved of something like this. Like, who goes to the beach wearing a mask? Can you imagine how sweaty she is underneath that? If she's wearing makeup, you can put that mask down and put her straight on the next Fallen banner. Drawing these characters often gives me a different perspective on design choices, so please ask me next time about the dumbest design decisions. Like armors which won't allow you to bend or even put on your own shoes. You want a counter to Brave Edelgard? Just knock her down. There's no way she will ever get up again. No. No! You've got to be kidding me! This is the third time I'm doing this bingo, and I've always hit the luck penalty with my Wall of Shame unit. Asama, how did you even get there? 36 manuals? That's ridiculous! I kinda don't feel like I deserve this luck penalty. I mean, yeah, I got like 4 heroes, but I didn't want half of them. Is it really? Oh man, this will be so incredibly awkward. But it's what you wanted me to do. So I'll do my best to mispronounce those characters with full convincement. And at the end, you'll be the ones to be afraid you've caught that character wrong for your entire life. And while we're at it, let's also shit talk them just for the fun of it. So please don't take anything I'm going to say seriously. We'll start with green. And... oh wow! It's... Sören. That's awesome! I think I only had like 20 copies so far, so that's definitely a win. I'm so sorry to all the fans. Please take my art as my honest apology. Fun fact, Sören is actually a Danish name, therefore my German pronunciation Sören, or at least Soren, is more accurate than the things you've been calling him. And just so you know, there is no one you should call an asshole anyways. I hope the art is still there to clean me of my sins. For real? You've got to be kidding me! This must be the most horrible instant karma I ever received. Claudie was the only colorless hero I didn't want, and I end up with 3 copies. That's legendary and mythic banners for you. Amazing.
Don't spook me like that. I'm just mixing up some peaceful poisons. Don't mind me.
So while Claudie can prepare his own poisoning, here, take the art. Does this mean that my luck penalty already ended just after I started to feel it? That's really sad. You know what? I think I'm done with this banner. So let's finish the circle with the penalty game and call it a day. Maybe we'll also get a final surprise pee on me under those blue orbs. So let's go with colorless first. And... Liza! Looking just as lovely as never. So, no mythic Azra for me. I'm actually afraid I mispronounced her for the whole video anyways without noticing. Let's see if blue will give me that golden shower of stars. See what I did there? Not even a 4-star? That's so sad. And it's... Chewbacca. I really loved his closing credits in that game he's from. I obviously didn't read them, but I'm sure they said something like he gained some weight and hair and made it the first mate in the Millennium Falcon. Who else is down to a VTuber roast? Please contact me. I'm so ready to spill the eggs. Or was it beans? As if it makes a difference look-wise. And our last hero for this summoning session, will it be... Nope. Can I get a last mythic? No-wee! Alright, that's it. Oh my. I guess this banner just wasn't made for me. I'm leaving with a very good rate. With those last few orbs I spent on the other colors, I ended with a rate of 42 orbs per 5-star. This is a very good result. Sadly, it wasn't the units I wanted, but that's the game with those mythic and legendary banners. I'm sure there are some watchers sitting in front of my video wishing for nothing else than my summoning experience, and maybe the end of COVID. Well, I'm stuck with 3 legendary Claudes, which I'll have to... I don't know. Speaking of expectations, I went into this banner hoping for either Triandra or Shera and left with none of them. As we know, the average orb cost to get a single specific unit summoning on 2 colors is 105 orbs. And it just didn't happen. Can't rank without any outcome. As I said before though, this is the power of those shared focus banners. So let's take a look at my second favorite outcome. I did end up summoning 2 Dedue, sadly no Corrin though. Summoning either 2 Dedue or 1 Corrin, I have to do it either or style, as you've seen that I didn't summon her and therefore wouldn't have a result again. Takes 171 orbs at average. With the 198 orbs I spent, this makes me rank a little bit below average. So knowing how these banners work, I think I can't complain too much. If we play the game pretending that I didn't want anything else than the 3 houses boys, summoning Dedue 2 times and Claude 3 times within merely 200 orbs is a phenomenal outcome. It actually makes me rank number 1 out of 100 summoners, as this effort would usually take around 764 orbs. It's not that outstanding seeing that I literally didn't summon anything else. But it can't be helped, this is just how the summoning session went. I did decide to stop at this point because I'm literally totally confused about the upcoming legendary and mythic schedule. Looking at the 3 slots next to the mythics and legendaries which have already been announced to be rerun, it just doesn't really make sense to me. Many people, me included, are expecting another mythic hero on the next new heroes banner in June, same as we got Mirabilis on the midpoint banner last year. As this hero is story related, Nott is the obvious choice, seeing that she already joined our cause. We do have 2 open slots on blue, and as the mythic heroes which have appeared on regular banners have always been rerun on a legendary banner of the same month, it makes a lot of sense that Nott may fill this place. Anand and Erin's complete the FE4 banner with a Cell being rerun right now, and a new green legendary makes also the most sense, as green has Daga as the newest mythic addition and therefore in the eyes of IS the most value. This would lead to a total chaos in July though. Red is full, they even switched the positions of Regan and Lilina, and green has 2 open slots. Now the thing with green is, there are nearly no units waiting to be rerun. With Dedue being on this banner, he's actually already far ahead compared to the other colors on his initial banner. The next banners up in line to get rerun are the FE7 banner with Pent, Louise and Farina, and after that it's already the Fallen banner which just ended. 2 open spots on green are therefore very suspicious, and while Pent is a great unit with great fodder, I would argue that June has the least value out of all the already locked in other mythics and legendaries. If we go with the best color theme, the mythic hero in July should actually be blue, but assuming we got Nott on the midpoint banner, the next mythic hero should be Anima, and strangely we even have Zeros, the latest Anima hero, on exactly that banner and even color. I just kinda don't see IS releasing 2 blue heroes in the same season back to back and even putting them on the same banner, but they have been doing strange things before. Maybe we'll get also a new light hero, merely 3 months after Daga instead. It got me thinking though, maybe we are indeed wrong and there will be no midpoint mythic at all. With that, they could rerun Marianne in June and put Nott as the mythic on blue in July. It would mean that Fallen Morgan gets a rerun already 2 months after her release, but it was actually the same thing now for Dedue, who initially got released in March. We could still get a red midpoint mythic. It would push Anand really far back, but with only Fallen Morgan next in line, it wouldn't be the worst thing. And red also has good value next month, so I'm really excited to see what will happen. What are your predictions for the upcoming banners? And how did your summoning go? Let me know in the comments. I know that I'll be looking forward to these next months a lot, and I hope I won't regret missing out on that Triandra. See ya!